Okay, so the first way, the F method. My directions are going to say, find the GCF of 16 and 32. So remember, GCF is your greatest common factor. So with the F method, I'm going to start with an F for every number I have to find. Connor, are you writing this down? So I have two numbers that I need to find. So I'm going to write two F's. And they're going to be big F's. Yep, you got to make them big because you got to write some stuff inside it. Okay, so outside each F, we're going to place these numbers that we're trying to find. So outside here, I'm going to place a 16. And outside here, I'm going to place a 32. Now, what number goes into every number? 1. 2 does not go into every number. 1. 1 times what gives me 16? 16. So you're always going to start with 1, and then whatever number is outside there. So can I take 2 times anything to get 16? 8. 2 times 8. So I'm going to write a 2 up top, and I'm going to write an 8 on the bottom. So I'm figuring out all the factors. So can I take 3 times anything?
Yes. Really?
3 times what? Paul? 4 times 4. Good. So I'm going to write 1 4 up top, 1 4 on the bottom. Notice I'm lining them up so they go together. Okay? Got to pay attention, guys. We're going to go through this fast. Now, when I have a number that repeats, I know I'm done. There's nothing else. Binti, head up, please. So now I'm going to go to 32. So what am I going to start with? 1 and 32. Can I take 2 times anything?
Yeah.
2 times what?
16.
2 times 16. Good. Can I take 3 times anything?
What? No.
No. 4.
No.
4 and what?
4.
4 and 8. 5.
No.
6. 6 times anything gives me 32?
No.
7.
No.
8.
Yes.
I already have it, so I'm done. Okay? So now, what is my common factors in this? 1, 2, 4. Is that it?
Yeah.
8 and 16. But I want the greatest common factor.
16.
So what's my GCF?
16.
It's 32 in both of them. No, so that can't be my greatest. So my greatest is 16. Very good. Greatest common factor. It's got to be in both of them. Okay. Here's one for you to try. Find the GCF of 20 and 28. Miss Prano, no helping them on this.
I promise, but I can look at them and
Yep, you can look, but no helping them. I want them to
I
try.
understand. They got to set it up like they did to start
Yep.
with 1. Alrighty.
I'm only going to give you a little bit of
Look
time.
at your example in the first one.
About another minute. I'm not giving you much time. Okay, stop and focus. I don't even see you trying to write anything down. Use your multiplication chart. You have to solve it. Use your multiplication chart if you need to. Another 30 seconds. Ten seconds. Alright, what factors for 20 do I have? Paul, what's one of them? 1 and what? 1 and 2? What goes? No, what goes with 1? 1 and 20. Blake, what's another one? 2 times 10. Good. What's another one? Matt? 4 times 5. Good. So for 20, across the top, you should have 1, 2, 4, and then 20, 10, 5. Okay? Yes. What was that? 10 times 2 is 20. So you should have 2 and then 10. Yep, it's up there. Yeah, she didn't see mine up here. Alright, for 28, what works for 28? 1 times 28. What else, Matt? 2 and 14. What else? 4 and 7. So you should have across the top 1, 2, 4, and then across the bottom 28, 14, 7. So what is your GCS?
7. It is? Is there a 7?
There is GCS.
4.
4. Very good.
You
You gotta find the greatest common factor. There's always gonna be a greatest common factor. Even if it's 1, there's always gonna be a common factor. Okay? Turn the page. Let's look at the next method.
You like that one? Good.
This method we're going to call the tree method.
You say done this.
So this time I want you to find the GCF of 36 and 48.
Alrighty. Don't give up because they're big numbers today.
So we're going to start with 36, and we're going to go 2 lines down, kind of making it look like a tree coming down. What are 2 numbers that multiply together to get 36? 6 and 6. Good.
This is where you never want to use 1 times 3.
Yep, you don't want to use 1 on this one. The F method you'll use 1, the other ones you will not. Can I multiply anything else together to get 6?
3 times 3.
3 times what?
2.
3 times 2. So that's the same here, right? What do we know about those numbers 2 and 3? What are they called? Anyone remember? When there's nothing that multiplies together besides 1 in itself, what is that called? Prime number. Please don't be tipping on the stool. Prime number. So 2 and 3 are prime numbers. So I'm done with this. Besides, I'm going to write these numbers below. So I'm going to write 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. I can check. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3, 12. 12 times 3, 36, which is what I started with. Okay, so now we're going to do the same with 48. What 2 numbers multiply together to get 48?
24.
Let's do 6 and 8. I heard that one first. So what am I going to put from 6?
3 and 2.
3 and 2. What about 8?
4 and 2.
4 and 2. Can any of those numbers be broken down further? 4 would be 2 and 2. So when I write them all out, I've got 3 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Because I've got 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Alright? So now, I want to figure out my GCF. That's my whole point, is figuring out the GCF. So what do they have in common?
6.
Looking at these numbers here.
The 2 and 3.
Okay, they have a 2 in common, so I'm going to cross one of the 2's out. What else?
They have
A 3. What else? No? What was it? Another 2. Do they have anything else in common?
No.
No. So now multiply. 2 times 3 gives me 6 times 2. So my GCF is 12. Okay? I'm going to give you one to try. I'm not going to spend much time on it. This should be nice and easy. Miss Prana shouldn't even have to get up and look because it's going to be so fast. Find the GCF of 15 and 6. Nice, easy numbers for you. Showing the tree method. Another 30 seconds. Hey, let's check. What does your tree look like for 15? What numbers did you find? 3 and 5. So your tree should look like that. 3 and 5 are both what type of numbers? Prime numbers. So there's nothing else that works with them. Use a different sharpener if you need to. What's my tree look like for 6?
8.
For 6?
3 and 2.
3 and 2. You're figuring out what numbers multiply together to get 6. So now, what is my GCF? What do I have in common between them? A 3. So what is my GCF? 3. Do not multiply those. I had some people earlier trying to multiply those together. Okay? Hey, last method. Now we're working on the cake method. The cake method. I bet this is Miss Prano's favorite. Yep. It's the cake method. So first one we're finding, the GCF of 24 and 18. You should be on a new page in your notes. So with this one, I'm going to start with the number 24. And then I'm going to leave some space, and I'm going to write the number 18. I don't want to write them too close together because I don't want it to look like a 4-digit number. I want to see that they're two separate numbers. Okay? Later in the week. Hey, so the cake method, it's called the cake method because it's going to look like an upside down cake when we get done. So you're going to draw an upside down division bar because we're going to end up dividing on this. Okay, so we're going to do an upside down division bar. Matthew, are you on a new page? So when I look at this, what number can I take and divide into 24 and 18? Juan, what do you think? 3. Let's start with 3. How many times does 3 go into 24? 8. So I'm going to put that 8 underneath there. How many times does 3 go into 18? 6 times. So I just divided by 3 on that. Okay? Now I'm going to do another layer, do another upside down division bar. What can I divide 8 and 6 by?
2.
2. So I'm going to put the 2 outside. What's 8 divided by 2? 4. What's 6 divided by 2? 3. Can I divide 4 and 3 by the same number? No. So I'm done. But to find my GCF, I'm going to draw a G around these two letters, or these two numbers. And my GCF is going to be 3 times 2, which is 6. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple minutes to try one by yourself. Find the GCF of 30 and 35. 30 and 35. Give you a couple minutes to try. Another minute. You done? Alright, let's check it and see how you did. So I'm going to start with 30 and 35, leaving some space between it. I'm going to do an upside down division. Now what number goes into 30 and 35? Sam? 5. How many 5s go into 30? How many 5s go into 35? Anything else work?
One.
Well,
Just one,
One is-
right?
yeah.
So what is my GCF?
5.
5. Very good. Hey, Miss Prano's handing you a sheet of paper, and on that sheet of paper, I want you to flip to the blank side. So the side that has no writing, put your first and last name on it. First and last name on the blank side. Listen to directions, please. I said it twice. First and last name. And then I want you to pick one of those methods that you liked the best. So you're either going to write, if it wants to show, there it goes. Nope,
no,
one
pick
way.
out your favorite.
The F, the tree, or the cake. Pick one, make sure your name is on it, and then hold it up in the air and we'll come collect it from you.